Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Today, hopefully, I will be covering the last story quest of Santa Monica, which I believe is blow up a warehouse. Now, everything else is in downtown or elsewhere in LA. I do have a new mic, so that might be altering the input settings. The gain's as low as it can go on the mic, so any volume stuff I have to do in OBS, so the game soundtrack will cut out occasionally if I have to lower it. You might hear the sound of my mouse clicking. I apologise, I can't do anything about that. The mic's as close to me as I can possibly get it without eating it. With all that said, we're about 2 hours, so let's get this going. Hope everyone out there in Twitch land is okay. My eyelid is twitching like crazy. It is horrible.
You ready to go?
Lead on, nasty dude. I believe I should probably have checked my stealth and obfuscate ratings first. I have level 2 obfuscate, which I believe means I can crouch and move invisibly. Last 20 seconds. Cool. And stealth kill, which is the important thing. I'm kind of relying on the glowing thing that the game does for objects I can pick up and interact with, because I will be checking chat, obviously, and therefore not paying complete attention to the game. Sounds like there's someone through the door. And oh, I should have fed. Oops, I need blood. Never mind. Next person I sneak up on. Totally gonna feed from. That was also not the way I'd like to go, all things considered. I'll be honest, I would appreciate the ability to look through keyholes. I will indeed give him the suck. I'll take the ammunition. For people who have not been here before, or who missed the tutorial section, which was, I think, everyone, the green circle next to the gun symbol on the left-hand side of the screen is kind of like, how close I am to being spotted. I think this is just a homeless person. I don't think this is an enemy. I think that's just a kind of a quick way out of the house if I need it. Oh, the warehouse if I need it. Should probably have moved that board back, but never mind. Okay, so that's this area done. Quick save. I am a save loader. Practice commonly called save scumming, but I don't see anything wrong with it, so it's not like anyone's getting hurt. So I was doing some research into this game, and it turns out that the speedrun is about 40 minutes, which is absurd. So I was thinking I might look into... Oh, this guy totally is a gangster. I was thinking I might look into learning the run after I've beaten it, just so I don't spoil anything for myself right now. Of course the feed attempt failed, there's no one there. Yeah, I'm still on track for a 40-minute completion. The game is, soft locked. I'm going to have to reset the run kind of situation. seriously though, so I've like huge fan of GDQ events, and the first stream I did, I was playing Call of Cthulhu.Cons of the Earth, and I'm thinking I might restart that on stream, recording it for YouTube and everything. So if Steve's here, sorry Steve, you're gonna have to watch the opening sequence again. Ooh, shotgun. Shells. But after I beat that on stream... Oh god, he's here. You'll have to watch the... You might be watching the opening again for Dark Corners of the Earth, but then I will be actually learning the speedrun for that. Steve, you and Celtic are a constant in my life, and I appreciate it. And the speedrun for Dark Corners of the Earth, bearing in mind it took me, I think, 6 or 7 hours to beat the first time. The speedrun is about an hour long, and seems quite doable. Poor me. Celtic balances you out. It's almost like you have the same name, possibly. Spooky. Right, before I go that way, where did I come from here? Hey, look, both of you put up with my puns. And as soon as I get VIP badges, which I need 50 followers for and 5 people in chat, yeah, Steve's real name is Celtic. It's weird. You'll both be getting VIP badges. Oh, you have to go that way. Maybe? Yeah, as a brick wall. Okay. Backtrack for no reason whatsoever. So my decision tomorrow, because I probably will finish Machinarium, is do I start another puzzle game or just go straight into Dark Corners of the Earth? Which I was honestly going to leave up to chat to decide, because I could go for either. I have another puzzle game installed called The Bridge. It's not a point-and-click adventure, it's like MC Escher style paintings with puzzles in them.
Here tonight. Marcus is all in everyone's face and shit.
Language Didn't you hear? A new shipment came in.
Foul language warning.
Hardware.
Yeah, I heard. But what the fuck? We get that kind of shit in here all the time. What's so different about tonight?
I don't know. Marcus is tense as a motherfucker. Maybe he heard something.
Like what?
Like I don't know, but keep your fucking eyes open. And someone better tell those clowns in the freight house to quit playing cards before Marcus comes out and starts peeling fucking caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear ya.
Oop. So I can't go that way. Demonetized. It's not even monetized to begin with. Right, let's just see how this goes.
Hey, where you going, man?
That went surprisingly well. I'll take it. Oh, I already have the tire iron. So that's... Pretty sure that's the way on. Creepy voices for obfuscate. I suppose I could have snuck around them, but they're working for the Sabbat, so I don't really care about them all that much. Also, as an aside, the new mic situation. It's weird not having the boom mic, or the detachable arm, I suppose is the proper name for it. It makes the headset feel a lot lighter, and I can see a lot more of the screen. But then this is just the weird black cone at the bottom of my vision of the pop filter, so... Okay, not that way. I hear the guard. Just gonna keep trying to feed. Okay, he didn't alert the other guards. I don't have a circular pop filter. I've just got a like a cone that fits over the cone of the microphone, because I can't imagine using one of the circular pop filters. And kind of, you can still see the rest of my face as I realized last night in a Skype call, which is good because like it is weird where you can't see half the streamer's face. Not that I use a webcam, of course. Probably won't for a while, but that is quite low on my list of priorities. The next item I wish to purchase is a capture card, because I have loads of console. Oh, there are two guards over there.
You see something out there?
Where?
Out there in the train. I swear I saw something moving.
Ain't nothing out here. You just scared, little John.
What? Shit, I ain't scared of nothing. Scared for whoever decides to come and get a piece of this.
Hey, quit waving that thing around. Fucking explosives all over the place in here. You trying to blow us up or something?
I want to get behind this guy. If I can. No, I cannot.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Oh, I am manwidged. Probably on crouch, to be fair.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Okay. I don't know where I am. Oh. Okay. This is the source engine, people. This is what it does. Well, I'm just gonna reload that quick save, and then we can progress. So I know I can't get behind him now. I saw the ramp. Yep, practicing the speedrun strategy already. Got that out of bounds glitch first try. And it's frame perfect, but I did it. Right, if I obfuscate, go this way. Can I get through the train carriage? Oh. Oh, that's where they came from. Okay.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Oh, I'm stuck again. Oh, he knocked me free. At least I got out. Uncrouch, you fool. There we go, grab him from behind. Nope. There we go. I'll take all of that. All of that vitae. Thank you. Of course, if there's a experience bonus for not getting seen, then I'm not going to get it. But as this is a blind playthrough, I don't want to check. In future playthroughs I might. Because I probably will play this again. Maybe not necessarily on stream. Maybe not recorded for YouTube. Is this a back entrance? Cool. Indeed, 38 frame perfect inputs, and I've been practicing so hard. First try. Oh. Just replenish that blood cost. Failed bumped object. Yeah, I walked into a dude. Ooh. 12 gauge shotgun shell. There's a shotgun that I do have, that I forgot I had. Can I? Oh, I can't. Damn it. And I suppose that gentleman has moved. So I should be completely honest. When I saved in that train car, I was worried that I would end up in a Portal 2 situation. Now, for those of you who don't know, and who have played Portal 2, in the old Aperture Science building, where you have the voiceover by Cave Johnson, there is a reception area, and you can jump onto one of the chairs and jump behind it in a corner. Trouble is, once you're behind it, there's no way that you can get the height to jump back over the chair. So I was kind of worried I would be in that situation. Shit. Ooh, language. Shoot. I can't get behind them. From here, anyway. I know about the chair problem, because I did it accidentally. But it turns out, what was I? Weird. I'm not the only one to do it accidentally. Oh, hey, dude.
Who's there? Huh?
Mash the feed key. That's probably why I keep letting go, actually. I thought Nicodemus's catchphrase was "Warfire." Ooh, a ladder. Followed quickly by, you can't prove it was me if you didn't see me do it. I hate Source Engine and crouching and ladders. I don't know what I just picked up. Maybe it was a key? I really should sell some of this stuff. Because I really don't need it. I think it was a key. Weird. True. Oh, yeah, I realised something. Going down a ladder in Source Engine, indeed. I realised I'm making it harder on myself. So the preview on my... The monitor trays for my preview must be slightly brighter than my base monitor. So the... It is way easier to throw myself off and catch the bottom. The brightness setting can actually be a bit higher for me and for the YouTube recording. So let's try that. Hi Kenny. Vampire the Marmalade would be a much more interesting game in some aspects, I feel. So I still have the question of what to do with these two mortals. I'm kind of intrigued what a friendly version of Marmalade would play like. Steve, we had we had a light dusting of snow this morning. It's mostly gone now as far as I can tell. But it's still really cold. Vampire the Masquerade baton tossing. There you go. For people who wanted a sequel. I mean, I'd love a sequel to this, and I'm only, so far into it. Right. how to go about doing this, because I can't jump while obfuscated.
Hey, stop, man.
I expected that to happen. I'd play that DLC. I think stealth has got me as far as it can get me. Blood buff. Shotgun. There's actually 3 rude dudes. There's one over there. I think my firearms is the same as my melee. Oh no, my range combat is 1 higher. Okay, shotgun it is. Oh god. The reticle is so big. This was not the way to do it. That was not the way to do it, chat, in case you were wondering. Okay, all specs did nothing. So what I can do... So the purple thing lowers their ability to... my vampire powers are all stealth based, and I can't find a way to creep in. Unfortunately. So I've been looking for. Unless there's a door over here. Which I doubt. Yeah, see, I can't physically go anywhere but through this doorway, which is really annoying. So, free climb would be amazing. My cool vampire powers are the ability to see through walls, the ability to make people insane, which is what the purple thing was, and the ability to turn invisible. But my current invisibility level means I'm only invisible if I'm crouched or motionless. And I can't get anywhere on those boxes without jumping, unfortunately. These guys also do know about vampires. They're working for They're working for the bad vampires TM. Alright, let's get as close as I can to make this shotgun work in my favour.
Hey, where you going, man?
Mass hallucination. Blood buff. What am I doing? Get rid of the guy that's not got modifiers. Shotgun guy, where you go? Yeah, final death. Oh. Yeah, I don't have much health. I'm not wearing much armor. My ability to soak damage isn't that great, and I have no experience. I have been putting all of my experience so far into dexterity for lockpicking and sneaking, and social skills for just talking my way into places. And there's no grenades or anything that I have as far as I know. I have a revolver and a shotgun. I probably should hide, but I don't know where to hide. Right, so if I get here... Maintains indefinitely. To be fair... Okay, that worked. Get up there, you idiot. Shout out to the guy at the back. Shot in the back. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait outside and just pick them off with my revolver. I can blood buff to help. I mean, if they're just gonna not get closer, I'm sure as hell gonna use this strategy. Weird. Blood buff ran off. Ran out. Charge! He's dead. I can get behind him. Stop reloading.
What was that?
There we go. Well, happily I heal by feeding off of people, so the damage isn't so much of a problem in the long term. Just do a quick check around to see if I could have snuck in anywhere. I'll be honest, that generator spooked me. I just heard it out the corner of my, at the periphery of my hearing. I was like, oh god, someone's coming. Okay, so, also the shotgun. Could probably have done it cleaner, but I'll take it. God, if I had grenades. Oop. Oh.
Who's there?
Where's obfuscate? Oh god. Okay. All my sneaky powers are useless if I can't get to sneak. And I don't know how many boxes I can push. Oh, it's the source engine ladder. Oh, oh, yes. I'm a ninja. I honestly didn't think I'd make that. Okay, so they could totally see me up there. Now they can't. If you are averse to sudden outbreaks of violence or death, really? Really? Can we just, why? What is that guy's head made of? I'm going to reload to see if that was just a temporary thing. Or just accept that that guy can't be killed. And that he is God. To be fair, mostly pixels, true. Right, so, quick save here. No? No, he's just immortal. Invulnerable. I can't kill him. Fortunately, I don't think I need to go in that room. Let's go this way. My lockpicking's pretty good. I can bump it if I need to. My lockpicking is... Oh. They're not going to question the door opening and closing by itself. Oh, I want to loot the room so bad. I want to do it. Well, that guy's a knife. That guy has a gun.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Okay, I couldn't get behind him. The bleach flood, I believe, is the astrolite explosive that the mission caused me to place to blow the warehouse up. So I'll be waiting to do that. Oh, why is there no one alone that I can feed from? Can I open any of these drawers? Anything cool in them? Oh. Shout out to Christina. Guns don't kill people, cowardice and fear do. That's true, vampires do. Sometimes not as well as, you know, they probably could. But eventually, with enough save loading. Or loading of saves, I should say. Right, I think this just brings me out the other side of the warehouse. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, Alpha Skate. Kick in. Thank you. Oh, I bumped him. Take that, computer chair. Yeah, that computer chair really showed it. I saw that door. And dead. I don't think anyone else is coming to check, but save the game and pop out to look. Where did they go? Why is there a random gun on the floor? Huh. I guess those guys in the office were the people from here. I have killed a god. Oh, whoops. Note to self, when feeding, don't press a directional button. So I killed a god. Does that make me god now? I heard someone. Oh, they've locked me in. How forward-thinking of them. Well, so that door's gonna be locked. You would not believe how much I want a lean key. I saw the guy in the corner just as I stood up. Oh. Oh, there are more of them. How to do this? I can creep away if this goes poorly, so it's not so much of a problem. I guess the profit is they don't have to spend money on food anymore because they're dead.
Where you going now?
Okay, I bumped him. Well, that went better than I expected it to go. I love the creeping animation. So hysteria is basically like a short-term paralysis effect, where they can't do anything. So it's pretty much a free feed if they're the only one around, I've realised. Temporarily incapacitated, taking any action will end the effect, but if they're the only one around, the feed's going to kill them. Level 3 is where it's at, where it just kills them, which is cool. Anyway, back to the game. You know, save that. You know what? I'm going to manually save that as well. I'm happy with the way it's going so far. I don't want it to screw up. Also the knife to go back to first person. Oh, it's a generator. That was the only thing around here. Cool. So, you may have... Why can I move... You know what? I'm not going to ask. I don't want to mess around with a box of explosives. I can't die the final death. Yeah, there's someone behind that door. Let's try picking the lock. Oh, this is the way out then. Okay, you can't feed while crouched. I've got to remember that. That's what I keep trying to do. It just cancels the obfuscate effect temporarily. Wait. Wait.
Where you going now?
Could I have snuck in? No, I'm on the other side of the fence. I couldn't have. Never mind. Well, I think it's time to Yep. Fine. Health will come back. It says I need it, but I can't pick it up. So I'm going to choose to assume that I need to go and do the astrolite thing first. Oh, I could have snuck in. I just didn't get home this way for some reason. Oh well, never mind. I did it. Try this door then. Health does regenerate, so oh. I think this only pushes it up one, doesn't it? Just an armory. Cool. Can I saw it glowing. There we go. F2. Reload. Honestly, I'd much rather it, because obviously it turns it first-person shooter if you draw a firearm. I'd much rather it did that for the melee as well. I think everyone's dead. I'm not such a fan of the third-person combat, although it means I can high-five things and we can see it. So Hammond is saying hi. Hammond is my arm. It's not a terribly good melee weapon, it's just funny. I've tried giving people high fives. For some reason, NPCs don't like being hit in the face with a severed hand. Or severed arm. And the game kind of gets a bit fussy. Right, where's the bleach alert gone? Do I have to be crouching to do it? Oh. 3-minute timer. Whoops. I think this is the quickest way out. What? Oh, that's a gangrel. That's a vampire. I'm just gonna run. Oh, he's doing aggravated damage as well. I don't know if I could do final death with a knife, but I could sure as hell try. You can. Okay, cool. Still glowing as if I could do something with it, but I can't. So the yellow portion of my health bar is aggravated damage. That won't heal by itself. I need to feed. And I don't believe you can feed on vampires. I don't know how far away I've got to be from the warehouse before the timer runs out. That's what I should have been using. It's a permanent debuff, or temporary debuff. Can I get out this way now? Where am I going? I need to go this way. Nope. I did it! Oh, there's a wolf.
The warehouse. Your handiwork, I presume?
It wasn't me, it was my evil twin. Didn't you see the goatee? I like it. Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, it's a good thing you ran out of there. You might have been caught in the explosion with the real saboteur. I wonder if they knew that place belonged to the Sabbat. I'd hate to be in their skin right now.
So some vampires of the, I believe, Gangrel clan can turn into animals or take on animalistic shapes. I'm not sure if this guy's a werewolf or a vampire, but there we go. Are you the big bad wolf?
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
So Beckett is kind of the signature character of the game line. Kind of a big deal. Also one of the few well-spoken Gangrel. Definitely a vampire, not a werewolf. And also, I'm a Malkavian. Everything is strange since my embrace. Dead people on the beach, their blood was thinner than water. The Baron sister is herself. 2 minds, 1 face. That's a Therese Jeanette thing. I learn something new every day, apparently. Thank you, Kenny. I'm going to go with the Thin Bloods.
Thin Bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred, hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, this is also past the point I played the first time. I believe I started this mission but never finished it before my exams kicked in. Let's rep Therese and Jeanette.
Something to look forward to, eh?
Yes, Beckett. That's true. The internet has killed off specialist magazines. I see dead people.
A ghost? Quite ordinary. I generally pay wraiths no mind. All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
That's all I care to share because that's all the weird stuff that's happened.
Most of my contacts here report sensing something unusual in the night air, like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. Pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one. And be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
I love his eyes. I also love the fact that his sunglasses do nothing to hide his eyes. Also, cutscenes like that where it does the third-person view and for melee combat. I mentioned this previously. I usually pick female characters in games because I love seeing strong female characters in games. But the female Malkavian is so sexualized. It makes me uncomfortable. so you get the dreads and the trousers. Goodbye, wolf. Oh, stuck in a cutscene still. Yeah, Kenny, in this instance it's just the modelling I dislike. The function is that you're just a new vampire trying to find your way in politics while everything's happening around you. To Bertram.
Nice work, fledgling. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed off Sabat just howling for blood tonight.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is a old game at this point, built in the Source engine of all things for a role-playing game. So they're kind of limited by the engine and by attitudes at the time, but a lot of the other female models are fine. Just the Malkavian one, it's got the horrible schoolgirl thing going on. Do you know of Beckett the Noble Savage?
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why?
We traded words. Yeah, if you want to check it out, Kenny, I think it's just like Google search Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines armor or something, and it shows you the models.
No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. Well, that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition.
You're truly nasty-licious. Oh, I love playing Malkavian. I seek to pull questions from your bubbling dome.
What do you need?
Made the acquaintance of your golden ghoul.
I know you did. Sharp kid. Can track like a bloodhound. I watched him work for a while before I approached him. I had no idea how eager he would be to help.
It festered in your brain that I would?
I knew you would. I had him watching you-know-who for me. It was inevitable you'd pass through our joint. I told him to keep an eye out for you, gave him lines to feed you, the whole bit.
But I vanquished the Asian nightmare in his stead.
No, you helped me remove a spy without revealing myself or getting my hands dirty. Pretty good actor, that Knox, huh?
You have mastered my brain. Bravo.
Don't take it hard, fledgling. I won't be the last elder to milk you for a favor.
Kindred society is built entirely on manipulation and deceit. You know of people. Tell me.
Sure.
Tell me of the Jester Prince.
Jester? You call him LaCroix a Jester? You'd better watch that, fledgling. Anyway, what am I gonna say? He's the boss now.
Cool. I mean, from our previous conversations, Kenny, I expected you would have considered that kind of aspect of adventuring. Shine the light on the clans.
Sure.
Because we haven't actually had anyone introduce us to the clans. The tutorial didn't really cover it. Jack was very rushed due to circumstances. Lay bare the Bruja.
They're a bunch of malcontents. They get pumped up by rousing the rabble they keep around them. Like that's hard. Nothing breeds faster than contempt. And that's what the Bruja are all about. Jealousy and contempt. Sure.
Give me the goods on the gangrel.
Well, they fancy themselves loners and drifters running around the countryside and barking at the moon. It's all just an act. Gangrel can walk upright. They just choose not to. Sure.
Demystify the Malkavians.
Malkavians are, interesting. There's something to them. Learning to sort the wisdom from the bullshit can be some work, and not all of them are worth listening to, but they're all good fun, if you ask me.
Fun like the dark daughter of Janus.
Janus's daughter? What the... Oh, Janus. The two-faced god? You mean Therese Vorman. Oh man, you Malkavians are really messed up. Anyway, that was just silly vampire politicking, fledgling. No more. You get used to that kind of thing.
So the representation of Malkavian in this game, as far as I can ascertain, is close to kind of schizoid. So, like, very poetic way of phrasing things, short attention span, that kind of thing. To my eyes, it sounded like a devilish dogfight.
Of course it did. As if vampires and women both weren't insecure enough. Get them together in one Malkavian body, and look what happens.
I've only played like 2 sessions of Requiem. I've never played Masquerade, but I've owned the books for years, or Requiem books for years. But World of Darkness I love so much as my kind of proper introduction to the hobby. I think Nasty Dude is drawn to the Queen of Drama.
Yeah, no kidding. Now that the Camarillas moved into L.A., Therese wants the title of Prince of Santa Monica. I guess she saw me as a threat. Funny thing is, I could care less.
Truly, what an original concept, Kenny. Is the task beyond your nasty self?
I wouldn't want to be the Prince of Terre Haute. I leave that headache to the Ventru. Besides, there's only like 4 vampires in all of Santa Monica. Some kingdom.
Did you know that Janus's daughters shed the same skin?
I had my suspicions. What an interesting specimen. But a pain in my dead ass for sure.
What questions?
Like what?
No things about someone that I do not.
Sure.
Ah.
Just
The qua.
sure.
Another
Malkavian. Sure.
clans. Another clan. Need me some knowledge of the Nosferatu.
The Nosferatu are damn good at what we do. No one even argues that. If you need to know, if you want it found, you come to us. We're indispensable. Not a bad place to be in the afterlife.
Hello, genetics. Genetizo? You've certainly picked up on the Malkavian typography. Fate shines well in your twisted visage.
The Nosferatu stick together, pool resources. We have more going on than anyone could guess at. Our web blankets the night.
Are the creeping worms a part of the Jester's family?
I'm loyal to the clan, loyal to my primogen, and therefore loyal to the Camarilla.
Do you like the Jester's family?
The Nosferatu are the eyes and ears of the Camarilla, so they take care of us. They value our services, or don't want to be on our bad side. Either way, no one bothers us.
I assume this is the same.
Just
Yeah.
sure.
4. Tally the truth of the Toreador.
I don't rub elbows with the pretty bloodsuckers much, but I've seen them work people like puppeteers, and that's admirable. Now, if only they'd get off their slimy asses and put their talent to some use besides feeding their egos.
The story on the screen fills my veins with delight. Honestly, I really don't mind. My Twitter announcements of going live, I try to write in character, so that's fine by me.
Sure.
Tell a tale of the Tremere.
Mages. I don't have any reason to trust them. They're creepy, and I think they like it that way. But to be honest, I don't hear much about the Tremere. There's a few in L.A., but all in all, there's not that many of them. Sure.
Ventru and Veritas.
Well, they get a bad rap, if you ask me. Everyone likes to take shots at the man in charge, but when it comes to getting the job done, the Ventru know how to step up. They can take the heat.
I can imagine, just through knowledge of Nosferatu in general, it is something I'd probably maybe not do on my next playthrough because of all the stealth focus, and obviously the Malkavian quite stealth focused, but if I played it for a third time, probably go Nosferatu. Can you open my eyes to the sects?
Yeah,
What appraisal of the Anarchs?
the Anarchs. Yeah, I respect what they do, strenuous liberty and all that jazz, but they're kidding themselves. Wherever there's an ounce of power to be had, there'll be people dicking each other over. You think the Camarilla invented that?
But depending on like, I'm loving the game so far, and I'm only in the first act still. I might play it again on stream, but it won't be for a while, obviously. What do you know of the one with a number for name? Nines.
From what I hear, he's a likable sort, and that's a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarch every day because of him.
I see someone with my mind's eye.
Sure.
No.
Chester.
Like what?
You call him LaCroix a Chester?
Why is it that mages in World of Darkness just make things easy? I did the random quiz at the start to determine clan. I wanted Malkavian anyway, because that's my favourite clan, but I got Malkavian through the random quiz, which is cool. Clue me in on the Camarilla, or Camarilla, depending on who you talk to.
The Camarilla works. When you let vampires run wild, you wind up with caitiff frenzying in the streets, then bloods blowing the Masquerade, and hunters sniffing around. Law and order is the kindred's friend.
Traumatology just sounds badass. Caitiff the Motherless Dogs.
Pretty close to the mark. Caitiff are just kind of riffraff vampires who don't know anything about vampire society, don't know their clan, mutt vampires. What I suspect you were perilously close to becoming if LaCroix hadn't intervened.
That's cool. I mean, I like mass hallucination, but doing an AoE explosion sounds really cool. Thin-blooded, short-lived.
You said it. Theory goes that the farther down the bloodline you are from Cain, the weaker the blood is. So if you're, say, 5th generation, the blood is strong. If you're 15th generation, you barely qualify as a vampire. A thin blood.
Thin-blooded, thinly seen, and yet they cast a long shadow.
Long shadow? Yeah, I see what you're saying. You Malkavians and your damned insight. Most fledglings don't know anything about Gehenna.
The falling of the eternal shadow.
You don't know the half of it, kid. Gehenna, the day we all die, when our sleeping forefathers rise and bring about the end of the world. Many believe we're living in the final nights.
Cain. Creepy.
Yep, that's him. Cain, the biblical brother killer, father of all vampires.
That's genetic. That does kind of sound like easy mode.
Like what?
Oh, I accidentally.
Sure,
Never mind.
fledgling.
See if
The
I can
camera.
get back to that.
You said
Hunters.
hunters. Humans who hunt vampires. Most are half-cocked yokels, who also say they've been abducted by UFOs. The real hunters are trained by secret societies, holy orders of the church that have existed since the Middle Ages. Fear them.
I do. It is a curse of the written word that it takes
Yep.
so long. I don't know if there'd be any more information about Cain.
Like what?
Talk to me about the Sabbat.
Yeah.
Secrets, sorrow, sickness. Tell me of the Sabbat.
You ask me, the Sabbat makes no sense. They couldn't care less about the Masquerade, and they seem to care even less about themselves. It's like, Hey, let's all spread hell on Earth so we can feel big and bad. Oops, I'm dead. Now how did that happen?
I like his interpretation of the Sabbat. Yeah, like replaying games over and over obviously makes it easier anyway. And Kenny, yes, I tried to write some transmutations for 2nd edition Promethean the Created, and it was difficult. Rewarding, but difficult. I leave you to your black baths, farewell. It's not plugged into anything. Oh, it is. Power cable, never mind. Quick save and manual save. Quest log. Report to the claret, the Venture Tower downtown. Ooh, I can finally leave Santa Monica. Is there anything else? Oh, I checked this time. That is truly a fate worse than undeath genetics. I'm just gonna go and see if there's a dude in the little cubby hole by the serial killer's house. Sorry, by Dr. Gimble's prosthetics. To feed on. And then we will try to find how to get downtown. Oh, someone's coming. How is it locked? I killed him, there's no one in there. No whammy. Oh jeez, almost forgot to keep checking. And I didn't have to jump on his head to show my dominance that time, which is always good. Just going to go quickly check the computer in my apartment. And then guess I'm done in Santa Monica for now. Ooh, Mercurio. At least progress is being made, Kenny. Oh. Stop trying to feed on the door, you idiot. It's wood. Not known for its blood content. Oh. I guess the ghoul has gone. The fleet-footed ghoul. Never mind. Oh god, this game in UE4 would be gorgeous. Honestly, I kind of wish it was on the Switch. It's never going to happen, but I wish it did. Just so that more people could play it. That's the wrong one. Shout out to Laguna Coil. The White King moves to protect his pawn. You know, I don't know that I like being called a pawn.
Of the Southland slasher has prompted the closing of the Santa Monica Pier, where the body was found earlier tonight. Investigators say the scene closely mirrors those of slayings in Glendale and Long Beach. In both cases, the bodies of the victims were described as ripped, torn, bloody entrails smeared upon the walls, splatter on broken windows, feet in weird places, murder, murder, murder. Art criticism or vandalism, paintings on display.
Okay, I didn't know the first one. But I may have been involved in the arc vandalism. Just a smidge. That might have been me. It's all good. Therese didn't kill me. Unfortunately, in development time, obviously, a year is nothing. Especially with all the stuff that's been going on. Let's just check to see if Therese is back. With all the kerfuffle about White Wolf and V5 and everything that's been going on, maybe that's possibly put a stimmy in things for now. Or stimmy things for now, I should say. And obviously they cancelled the VTM MMO a few years ago now. Nope, she's not back. Never mind, I really enjoyed her as a character. I hope I see her again. Especially after I went to all the trouble to get both sisters to survive. Yeah, the World of Darkness MMO. I thought it was just a vampire one. Where you could orchestrate final death for people and things like that. If you really, really wanted to, and kind of you could become Prince. Okay, bust up. Oh, wrong button. Oh. Do I have that Foxy Boxer's key, or did I use it? Oh, I was going to go back to the beach, because I've only been there once. I realised I was going to do one last check of the pier and stuff. Oh yeah, I went in there. That was the Asian vampire. And then I will try and find downtown. I'm a Malkavian, we don't do stairs like normal people. Try and change my mind. Right, so before I talk to those fine folks again... Sure thing, Kenny, have a good day. Or evening, or whatever. I'm going to choose to assume most of the day for you. Thanks for coming by. Alright, nothing there. Cool. Nothing in there. All the Activision licenses. God, I wish I could play Pitfall. Sure thing, Genetics. If you want to see more of this, I generally play this on Thursday about this time, so I guess I'm talking to where you were, but have a good day, evening, morning, whatever. I'll be playing this till its completion, so. Oh, please tell me he went into a secluded corner. What a fool. Nope, something in the bin. Right, talk to the Thin Bloods one last time, and then try and find downtown. save.
Evening.
I'm no longer here.
I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say.
Tell me how fate has laid the road before me.
Fortune is not your destiny. All of us are unfortunate. Every time I sleep, the future plays out before me. I know the ending. It will end over and over until I cease to dream. I know your questions. For $100, I'll tell you what you don't want to hear. I need money to leave this place.
Take 20 gold and speak your riddles.
Then ask again.
Tell me of these final nights and what they hold in store for me.
The Crimson Ship. He's not who he says she is, and is going to burn. Dinosaurs. He's furious. The man with the crest. The voice in the darkness. Boss. Chinese brothers. Follow the lights to the end of the tunnel. Where do you want to go?
In whom can I place my trust?
The man on the couch. The lone wolf. All others. Tread carefully.
Possibly Mercurio and Beckett? What shadows seek to curse me? Where lie the snakes in waiting? What? That's not what I...
I don't know what I... Then ask again. Men, everywhere. Some with swords, some with smiles. But I pity them. You are a remarkable foe.
I'm also insane. Do you have any fortuitous words, a fateful phrase to save me in future days?
Don't open it.
Okay. Stole my bicycle in 5th grade. Tell me of someone who needs a deed done.
Those with a lot to say usually have something on their mind. There are many unique individuals around the city. It's almost as if they're waiting for you to ask the right thing. E, for example.
Will I stand victorious at the close of the curtain?
Whether or not you win the game matters not. It's if you bought it.
Was that an anti-piracy joke? Because that was kind of good if it was. Who stole my wheeled contraption in the grade before 6th? Keep pressing 1.
I don't know. Then act. I see the future, not the past.
Evening.
Ocean's inviting tonight. Evening.
Blood runs red on the fairway. Why?
Murder. No, I wasn't here when it happened.
Yes, where you were will come full circle. I'm gone.
You have any of those items you mentioned?
Here.
I have the blood of the magical stallion. How much do you desire?
I'll buy as much as you've got. As soon as I have 3 bags, I should have enough to become human again.
How many blood bags do I have? I can give him 2 more.
You have any of those items you mentioned? I'll buy as much as you've got. I think I have enough for the procedure now. Thanks for the blood.
Oh, 5 experience. I was wondering how much I got for the blowing up the warehouse. 5. Oh, well, I got 4, and then 1 for doing that. I wonder if it's worth giving him the stake. I kind of feel like it might not be. I think I was saving for mass hallucination, actually. But I should probably start actually getting skills leveled up. Armor is... yeah. So bashing is stamina, everything else is armor. And supernatural means cool. Do I want anything? I'm not really fussed about haggling. Can't boost that just yet. I could boost my research, I guess. To the new abilities. Let's go with what, picking 5. And then I've got 2 left. I need 3 for anything else. Cool.
Oh, brother.
Exploited the thin blood for some easy money. Cool.
I'm so glad we're together.
Lily,
Hi.
how was your thin-blooded reunion?
This life's been hard on him, both of us, but he forgives me. We're leaving soon. I have some family with a place out in the middle of nowhere in Oregon. It should be okay for us to stay out there, as long as we're together.
Look to the letter in the flower. Bye, Lily.
Oh, let's run and never look back. Hi.
Oh, I can keep
This life's been hard on him. I'm so glad we're together.
doing that, huh? Okay, right, well, I've got 1 blood bag. I might go and buy another just in case. Certainly got the money for it. $1,000. I've definitely got the money for it. Let's go and pay Vandal a visit. I think his name's Vandal. Teresa's ghoul at the blood bank. Oh. I mean, I'm assuming he's Teresa's ghoul at the blood bank. He was referring to her and has emailed her. And definitely comes off as more than a little crazy. Oh, insane. Oh, perhaps the taxi is how I get downtown. That would make sense. Oh, went the wrong way.
Need a fix?
Oh god, he's so creepy. Yes. I'll have 2. I'll have 2. Just in case I can't find anyone to feed from. Right, I guess back to that taxi, see if that is how indeed I get downtown. I have no idea what I'm doing from now on. I didn't play this far. Manual save.
Where to?
Get this big yellow beetle scuttling towards my destiny. Oh, that's cool. Cool way of doing it. Well, that wasn't polite.
Let's drain it. Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla, fuck. Boys,
Ow.
I think we could all use a little entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet. Son of a bitch!
Oh.
Leave.
Oh, Lance Rodriguez.
3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with a Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving.
We're already dead.
Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort.
Execution needs a little work. You look like shit.
Name's Nines.
What happened to 1 through 8?
Same thing that happens to a lot of anarchs, Malk. But you already know that somehow, don't you?
Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
Your face is familiar. Do you have your own cereal?
Kid, I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
I like stories.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
His face was curiously high quality for the rest of the faces in this game. Cool. It's a new area for me to get lost in. Silver access. Baby sale. Nice. Coming soon, the Peckening. I wonder. I wonder where Prince Lacroix might be. I'm also not sure if that's supposed to say Ventru or Venture. Why is there a biohazard team?
Player, what's the score? How they hang? Good evening and all that commotion. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mac, the only store for all your needs after 10 o'clock. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause I know I got a weight problem, I just don't give a fuck.
I like this guy. Are you a merchant of the ill-gotten, illegal, and inferior? I'm not. I don't want to insult him. He's an enterprising businessman. Fat man, I am powerless from resisting your bazaarmobile. Delight me.
Oh man, you been feeding on that rock, kid? Nah, brother. I don't sell none of that no more. You got some crazy eyes on you. Believe me, I don't have to see the freeze-dried ice cream to know a space cadet when I see one.
But I have so many loot cakes to fatten you.
Hey, so you like to pipe. Didn't say I wouldn't sell you nothing. Chill. Peep this gear I got.
I feel like a stone in a center store. Oh my god, he sells an SMG. Is this armor? Oh, it is. Ooh. What else? Ammo. Fire axe. I assume it's a better pistol. Sorry, a 9mm standard pistol with a polymer grip and guide rod instead of metal that makes it lighter than other pistols. It can be found in use by most law enforcement agencies. The light composite frame makes the middling amount of recoil a problem, so it is vented on the top of the slide to provide compensation for muzzle lift. And that is the Brock 17C. It is not a Glock in any way. 12 gauge and the Braddock 9mm. A small light machine pistol that fires 9mm pistol round, not made for accuracy as much as to deliver the largest amount of ordnance in the shortest period of time. Bursts are more accurate, but due to the high cyclic rate and low weight of the weapon, it is still seen as mainly a spray and pray gun. 188, 307. I'll take the handgun. And some rounds. 2 spare mags. Come back for the SMG at some other point. Still only got 2 experience. Inventory. And... So... I don't know how to go third person without drawing a weapon to show the armor, but every clan has unique armor, visually anyway. Like maybe go in here and there's no one in here. So now I'm wearing overalls and work gloves, which functions as heavy armor. Just gonna follow the outside as best I can. So this will be somewhere to come if I need blood, and hope that someone's kind of hanging out around here. Get. Stand up. Through the hole, thank you. So obviously, if I were... not being stealthy. I don't know why I went in here. I wanted to explore the entire outside. I would have had to spend more money on ammunition, but clearly I haven't needed it so far. I assume this is a hotel of some kind. I'm not actually going to drop down. I'm just going to see what I can see. And then go back out and continue exploring downtown. This is not a haven or Elysium, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to go back outside and keep exploring downtown before going in any of the buildings. Try and get a rough feel of the place. If you're just swinging by, hello, welcome. I have mostly no idea what I'm doing in life and in this game. So that would be a hotel, which I can probably just walk in. Yep. Ooh, that's where Mike Durbin is. So I've got a quest in here. Can I just walk in? I can. More Lacuna Coil. I think that's a Lacuna Coil album. I believe this was also where I almost got decapitated at the start of the game. Confession. There's another, looks like another nightclub. There's another gangbanger. Okay. The dress did little to hide anything. This area is sizable. Can go in whatever that building is. Quick save before doing anything.
What's up, brother? You enlightened?
In more ways than you can imagine.
Sorry, brother. Come back when you've become enlightened.
Let's look for a password then. Cool. That's fine. Jumbles. More babies for sale. Ah, there we go. Empire Arms, Skyline Apartments, Nocturne Theatre, parking. Confession. No, it's supposed to be Venture Tower. Hospital, hotel, pub, and library. So cool. Why do I keep doing that? Hotel to go in. One second, just realised something. Oh, you idiot. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. Ah, the purple thing. L'opera. Apparently there is some sort of chemical thing happening in downtown. It's the last round of 9s. And there's people. Oh. Didn't expect that. While I'm here. Okay, nothing here yet. Probably going to be returning here like... Oh. Right, one last try for the ladder. Which doesn't actually appear to go anywhere. Never mind. Cool, I will be coming back here at some point, I assume. Go and talk to the prince. Lacroix. Also, I suppose there's the sewers to explore as well, but I need to. Probably going to stay out of them. What's down here? I'm expecting a whole heap of nothing. And you know what? I'm not disappointed. I wonder if that's just somewhere private you can take teleporting people and feed on them. I'm assuming that's the mystical son of the Tremere. But I have orders from the prince, and I don't want him to dislike me. So I'm going to assume that this is Venture Towers. By the fact his name is on the wall behind the security guard, I think I'm in the right place.
You look familiar, Chief. We haven't met before, have we? Oh, yeah, back in Santa Monica, right? Whew, I don't know what came over me back there, but now I got this sweet night shift position, and I'm happier than the time I met Supowitz. Well, enough about my lucky break. You, here to see one of the bigwigs, Chief?
I can't T-pose for dominance, and what came over him was me. Bigwig? No, I'm here to see Lacroix.
Would that be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
I have no suckling youth.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
May the fat of many creatures fill your belly.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. Do you need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you were wondering.
What are you a chunk of? There is a bigger piece?
Yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot! That was me.
I will stitch your name in my brain. Farewell. I like him. I assume I can go in none of these doors, but it's still worth checking. Pro tip for anyone who is new to Source Engine games. As a rule of thumb, doors you can go into have a 3D doorknob. Doors which have a 2D doorknob, or like these, no doorknob at all, you cannot enter. Oh, I assume it's the open one. To the oh, there's that giant dude from the opening sequence. Oh. Kane. That looks sharp.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Boom.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Bloody Mercury, Two Faces, Diner Assassins, Wolf People.
Yes, I'm sure it was quite an experience. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
What shall I spy with my little eyes?
There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
You hear them too? I mean, continue.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
Help me understand.
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
More than you know.
Good. Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He wants me to find the last round in this field of massive rectangles.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kine.
I love humouring. I am there.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Done as good. I can't talk to him, which is good, because I rather think he would kill me. 3 experience. I want to put it into anything. Yeah, let's take a rank in dodge for now. I know I've got things to save up for, but I feel like taking a bit less damage is a good thing. Okay, so it was, I think, this way. I'm going to go speak to the Tremere Regent Strauss. Skyline. Carnival of Death, I believe, is the main plot line. So, Strauss, the local Tremere Regent. This way. Again, this is the run speed. This is the walk speed. Go and speak to the Tremere. Okay, I assume that is Strauss. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those days. Fine. Sweet trench coat.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Blood, magics, and betrayal. And the true king upon his throne.
Ah, a child of Malkav, no less. Do dark visions cloud your sight, young one? Shattered reflections of your clan father's mind?
The glass is cracked, but strangely clear.
There is truth in your words, neonate, more than you yet realize. Your madness allows you to glimpse the truth of this existence, to see through the shadowy veil into the world beyond.
On your head an iron crown, and the jester dances before you.
Be cautious when speaking of these visions. Truth is rarely welcomed by those who cannot see it. There are many kindred who will be less, shall we say, accepting of it than I am.
Tell me your name, Wizard King.
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Chantry holds mystery for me.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Regent is opaque and shadowy.
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
Reveal these mysteries, Wizard King.
I'm sorry, neonate. The secrets of the Tremere clan are hidden from all but those who share our blood. You would do best not to look into them any further.
Tell me of this dark city of angels.
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Memory is rarely a gift of the schizophrenic. Oh, well, I guess it's the schizophrenic then.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Ah, a withered horse runs among us.
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Dirty blood is our doom.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Perhaps I might probe the problem of this pestilence.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
I shall do this deed.
Very well. Again, I recommend speaking with the anarchs. You can find most of them at the local watering hole, reveling in the vices of their former lives. I believe the place is called The Last Round.
Uncloud this Camarilla.
The Camarilla? It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
One thing more.
Of course.
May I mine your grey matter?
What is it you would like to know?
Cool. No knowledge is necessary now. Goodbye. Oh, hey. Art.
Hello, neonate. How can I be of assistance?
There we go. I don't know if you have to do it backwards, but I thought it would look cool. I assume if you're Tremere, you can go in there. But I am not. I'm Malkavian. Alright, go and speak to Nines to get the setup for that storyline, and then probably start wrapping things up shortly afterwards. The regent has asked you to find the cause of the LA epidemic, put an end to it. His suggestion you speak with the Anarchs at the last round. I have to go. The prince wants you to investigate the Elizabeth Dame, but before you do, he wants to contact Nines at the bar with the last round fire. Yeah, so I've just got to go to... Cool. The last round. Which was this way, I believe. I mean, I can walk in a circle and claim I was correct all along, of course. But to save everyone time, number 9. That way, I think? Huh. I think it's this way. Wells Venture Towers. There's a landmark I can see on the map. That doesn't help in any way. I like the skybox. Oh yeah, soundtrack is amazing.
Hey, Sabat chased you in here, Cammy?
You're the damsel of distress. Yes?
I'm Damsel. Someone talking shit about me over in that ivory tower? Who said it, huh? I'll kick their ass.
The only words spoken were in my head.
Lunatic. I'd give you a piece of my mind, seeing as how you're just another do-boy for the Camarilla. Shit. No amount of good sense penetrates that white noise you mouths call a brain, does it?
Those words from an anarch ooze with hypocrisy.
Fuck you, whack job! That get through your skull?
Something is plaguing you.
What? Weird you say that, yeah. You might say something is plaguing me.
I like it.
Bearer, as a matter of fact.
Plague bearer? This word is unfamiliar to me.
A plague bearer's a thing that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. And that gets sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
Can't you just shoo the dirty carrier pigeon away?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
My neck owes a debt to the anarchs. What shall I do?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
I will touch the school in his mind's secret places.
Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pot. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
I wonder something from your mind first.
Yeah?
Do you know the Warlock Chief? He says you children spread diseases.
That goddamn blood witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard shoot. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
Something else about the plague bearer.
What? Yeah?
The Jester in his ivory tower.
Who the hell does he think he is, coming into town claiming Camarilla authority over the city? We kicked them out 60 years ago. It's like England coming back and telling the U.S. how they should do things. Fuck LaCroix.
The children have played in this yard for longer than I knew. Another question.
Yeah?
The Jack in a box that smiles incessantly.
Jack? Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst anarchs. There's not an anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe of Jack. Even the Camarilla doesn't mess with him.
Yes, his beard is hypnotic.
He's been around a long time. He used to be a pirate, so the rumor goes. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
So Jack's really cool. Also voiced by John DiMaggio.
Yeah?
Children of the Camarilla.
We're about passion, Cammy, and freedom. Things most Camarilla types just can't understand. I could go on and on, but Skelter says it takes too long to get me off my soapbox. Ask him. Or even Jack.
Please continue rambling.
I mean, geez, it just makes sense. Power should be redistributed amongst all of us, not just the few. Communism would actually work for Kindred, where it fails with humans. It's just common sense, you know?
So if you're new to the stream, Thursday I'm going to be playing this and other story-driven games with a lot of talking. So if it's not your jam, I appreciate that.
Yeah?
The parents of the Anarchs.
It's a sham, a pyramid scheme. Nothing but musty, withdrawn elders waging power struggles for no other reason than to keep their own ass alive for one more century. You think you have any real power in the can? You're kidding yourself.
Its architecture is still mysterious to me. Shards of insight are all I gather.
You'd be better off without them. You'll see. Yeah?
The number for a name.
No one like him in this world or the next. He's to the Anarchs what George Washington was to the colonies, what Ho Chi Minh was to Vietnam. He is the LA Anarchs personified. He's a great leader, and yet he's humble. I'd die for him.
He wears no face but his own in the City of Masks.
No one like him in the Camarilla or otherwise. Anything else?
I ship off, damn sail. Please don't. Oh, damsel, damsel. I get the joke now. In one of those days. Hey, there's Jack. Annual save, talk to the last few people, and then I should probably get ready for working later.
Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What errand does the prince have you running today, boy?
The jester plays his little games and sends his little pawn before him.
Jester? What the hell did you say? You're Malkavian, right? You're doubly screwed. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Little pawn, you see?
Apparently it's just tradition in role-playing games to have really quiet audio for voice lines and really loud background music. Greetings, Helter Skelter.
Huh? Damn. Malkavians and they goddamn insight. That shit is creepy. Anyway, yeah. My name is Skelter. I do my part to keep California a free state for the Anarchs.
Might you curse the Camarilla?
But Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. The Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the 10 Commandments. You know the 10 Commandments, don't you?
12 plagues and the calling of the gilded calf.
Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment?
Your words were truth like a well-fitted truss.
See, we weren't meant to live like that. I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam. But it wasn't until after the embrace that I understood real oppression.
Tell me of Entropy's Childer.
Anarchs, we are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend.
Does freedom come so hard to fiends such as we?
You've got to understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel.
No. What curse do you speak?
That blood is a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence.
Your words are a gelatinous jumble.
Your elders command the blood. They control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it'll make you obey.
How do I break these ancient chains?
That shit stretches all the way back to Canaan, man. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you gon' feel that shit. Like it or not.
Do you speak of the Dark Father?
Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, man.
The son of Adam and Eve?
Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know.
I would offer him a worm-free apple, but where do you go with these words?
The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, you really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla?
Do you also hide behind the Masquerade veil?
I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The Masquerade is a fruity Camarilla lake. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live. We got enough to worry about.
Hallelujah and holy rollers.
You know, speaking of the Masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with.
Tell me. Come on, tell me the answer.
There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. She's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared.
What is the name of his ghoulish girl?
Her name is Patty. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
Tell her that her sugar daddy has lost his sweetness.
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
What heat do you speak of?
Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the Masquerade, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't want.
About the prickly problem with ghoulish Patty.
She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret, you hear?
Now we'll take this mission for the Masquerade.
All right, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know her sire. Just let me know when it's done.
Any further questions?
Yeah.
Answers. There we go. I seek wisdom about my carnivorous condition.
You gotta understand, Kindred.
I feel the blood of a familiar friend.
That blood is a tangle of chains. Your elders command the blood.
Sorry, we've been through all this. Great.
Yeah.
3 more questions.
Gehenna, the day we all die, when our sleeping forefathers rise and bring about the end of the world. There's a lot of kindred who believe these are the final nights, the beginning of the apocalypse.
Imagine if it were. What would be the point in continuing to play? Do you think it's something the Camarilla made up?
Nah, the Camarilla denies any of that shit exists. Vampire forefathers, doomsday prophecies, all just superstition in Camiland.
Can climb such tall tales.
Lots of people. The Sabbat believe in it. They go around trying to hunt down these sleeping ancients so they can kill them before they rise up. And that's the word anyway. Of course, most Sabbat packs I've seen couldn't find their car keys.
Do the Chowder of Entropy believe these odd tales?
Us? The Anarchs? Everybody's free to make up their own mind, I guess. I buy it. Could explain all the blood in the air. We're probably all playing right into this thing's hands. If it has hands. Yeah?
I see a vision of someone.
Yeah? Who do you want to know about?
Who is this fair damsel?
You mean college girl over there? To be honest, she reminds me of those miserable stateside protester fucks from when I was in Nam. But she's on the right side in this one. Don't let the hippie vibe fool you.
Someone else I see.
Yeah? Who do you want to know about?
What of Jack?
That's the man there. What righteous kid. I wish he'd take a more active stance in our fight, but fuck man, he's Jack. Jack just does his thing. God help anyone who gets in the way. Yeah? Who do you want to know about? King, man.
Yeah. Oh, there's Nines and Jack.
Santa Monica, kiddo.
The lady was sad and beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a stroll on the beach. So did you score a lot of skee-ball tickets down on the pier there?
I whipped around the wooden ball but procured no prize.
I can't imagine you did. Probably too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right?
Right as Red Rain.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive, huh? Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me?
Politics?
Politics. The stuff that makes the rich get richer, keeps the powerful in power. Look at why you're out in Santa Monica in the first place. 'Cause Prince LaCroix said so.
You follow not the laws of the jester.
Kid, I never answered to no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a suit and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X in their name.
Why does the spider send this little fly to Santa Monica?
'Cause he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that.
Why would the jester hate this little fly?
It's bullshit Camarilla law. You gotta get it approved before you sire anyone. Vampire population control, fascist crap. LaCroix wanted to look like the strong leader upholding the law.
So why has the spider not killed this little fly?
Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Ventura born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion.
Have you public relations propensities?
Yeah, man. It's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it.
I certainly dig it. Why does the jester fear the shadow of Nines? Isn't he chief?
LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich.
Do you count yourself amongst the Camarilla?
The free living dead, kiddo. A lot of people like to use the label anarchs. Whatever the hell that means. Anarchs. That's got a nice kick to it, though, huh? Yeah.
I seek knowledge if these anarchs chowder of entropy.
That's us, so I'm told. What'd you want to know?
How long have they raged against the machine?
Yeah, I could tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean, anyway? Do we want to sit through history class here?
Power is in knowing the past.
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation's ever gonna be easy, but some things you gotta decide are worth fighting for.
How to win such a Gordian game?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future.
That's an effective fighting tactic. Does Nines share your grisly visions?
You bet, kid.
Is Nines the chief of the Anarch tribe?
As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain's wired to that shit.
And the rest of the wolves that run with Nines?
Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nines crew.
What blood runs in your veins?
Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood. Moving right along. Oh, my favorite topic.
Do you give no credit to these Camarilla codes?
Don't think that Camarilla has a monopoly on those ideals, okay, kid? No one is arguing over that shit, and if they tell you that's what this fight is all about, then they're really giving you the full fist. You hear me?
Truth wears many faces.
The Camarilla protects the people running the Camarilla. That's it, the end. The rest of them are bloody gristle for the machine.
Who is the head of this Hydra?
Doddering old old dust farts. They might be powerful as all hell, but who knows? They're too afraid to stick their heads out of their hidey holes. And why should they? This whole huge system is built so they don't have to.
And does the Jester Prince wear a crown?
Not one of the bigs, but he ain't out risking his ass in the street, that's for sure. LaCroix has ambitions of joining that inner circle. Delivering Los Angeles in their pocket would look killer on a resume.
You think the Jester looks too long in the mirror?
To hell with LaCroix. I've blasted better vampires' brains all over the wall. He's not the prince, he's a prince.
Have you danced with such jesters before?
He's a typical Ventru asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Man, the guy's a pussy. He just got lucky he showed up in LA at the right time.
What know you of the Jester's hound?
Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla. What else? That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know?
Oh.
Moving right along.
Sabat.
Again? Does everything have to be about these dickheads?
None of it doesn't need to be.
Sabat are worthless, man. Fake tits on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. Like the Three Stooges with chainsaws.
What's the major malfunction? Oh, hey, sweet Full Metal Jacket joke.
The Sabat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabat have a little longer chain, but they're slaves all the same.
I doubt I've got any more questions.
Oh, my
Go through the Camarilla stuff again.
To hell with LaCroix.
Is he so devoid of distinction?
I'm not saying he's stupid. He's just an asshole and needs his teeth kicked in, that's all.
Okay, right. Well, I think that's all I'm getting from Jack for now. And then obviously Nines is the only person left up here. Questlog, Skeleton wants you to make Patty disappear. She's a ghoul that's been bugging everyone about her master and won't believe them when they tell her he's dead. Not only is she getting tiresome, Skeletor is concerned about the implications for the Masquerade if she keeps shooting her mouth off. She can usually be found whining at the club confession to anyone unfortunate enough to talk to her. And Damsel has set you on the trail of the Plague Bearer, the kindred responsible for the outbreak of the LA epidemic. She suggested going to speak with the ghoul Paul at the Skyline Apartments or talking to some of the bums around the city. And still needs to talk to find out about Elizabeth Dane, but he still needs to talk to Nines as well. I've got one experience, I'm going to spend it on anything. Oh, there we go. My armor is, I guess, drug cooking clothing. So there's that, and my posture is terrible. I'm going to end it here. I need to get ready to go to work later, and then next Thursday, about the same time, start by talking to Nines. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is going to be up on YouTube tomorrow morning, probably. I don't really have time now. And as ever, compulsive double save. If you like it, if you're watching this on YouTube, please stop by Twitch at some point and you know, talk in chat, try to build a community. But I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and thank you.